Hi guys, I have heard news that there won't be an alt season coming soon. But truth of the matter is, alt season is going to come soon, sooner than you think. But it won't be an alt season driven by hype or sensationalism. It will be an utility driven alt season. That means the aggregate of all meme coins or shit coins or whatever coins that have no utility will move into utility projects or potential utility projects. Not the false utility type projects. I'm saying genuine projects with real use cases. You understand? Why it's going to happen is, I'll tell you why it's going to happen. It's going to happen because, think about it, we have seen in the past that people have lost lots of money investing in meme coins, shit coins, speculative assets, right? Those who lost money, like at least a little or a portion of it, will understand that it's not sustainable to invest in meme coins. So they will shift their perspectives to long-term value. That means sustainable investments. That's why they are going to move their assets from shit coins and speculative coins to utility-driven tokens or cryptocurrencies. And you have to understand one more thing. Those who made insane amount of money through meme coins might have exited the game, means they have went with their money. But those who are playing the game, they are not rational, but they have made big money. They will soon play the game again and they might lose it, right? But the people who understood the game, that this is a speculative game and meme coins are not going to make them rich, they will shift their perspective. Hence, those who try to rig the game will have no participant left, and they also will soon shift their perspectives that they have to adopt a long-term strategy or sustainable strategy. So they will move their funds to utility-driven projects. This is what's going to happen. Think about it. Because they know that, or the vast majority of investors who have at least some portion of their money in crypto, and that means even if they lose all their money in crypto, they will understand that investing in speculative assets or meme coins, I'm talking about meme coins or shit coins, is not going to get them anywhere. But if they keep on investing or reinvesting in these types of shit coins, they will not be survivors. Because when people understand that meme coins are highly speculative and they can't make much money there, and if they lose their money more, they will understand that this is not for them. So they will move to utility-driven projects, and this will push the utility-driven projects to all-time highs. This is what's going to happen, I'm sure. Look, some people will learn through trial and error, because some investors need to understand the market through first-hand experience. It's like you can't convince them by suggesting that this project is a scam or it's a rug pull or it's a pump and dump scheme. You can't convince them because they don't have the first-hand experience. They think that you could make this much amount of money. But once they understand through their own experience, they will change their mind. They'll shift their perspective, right? I mean, some investors, other investors learn by observation, market observation. They could easily understand that this pattern is not going to work for them, and there's a high likelihood that they will lose their money. And they will start to understand the projects or deeply go through each project and invest in the project. They will only look for utility-driven projects. It's a variation, meaning some people learn really fast through observation. Some needs trial and error to understand. Some don't even learn because they keep on speculating, and once they lose their entire fund, entire amount, even if they get some amount back, they will still speculate. It means they will put all their fund into the market. They will die off. Only the survivors who adopt a long-term strategy will win in the future. So a sustainable strategy, a sustainable model. So all of these investors will move their fund to utility-driven projects. Hence, the utility-driven projects will 10x or 100x. Simple as that. So this is a utility-driven bull run. You don't need an AltSeason to understand this. AltSeason is coming, but it's not based on hype. That's what I'm saying. So don't follow the crowd or the news because it's full of noise. Like Trump will do whatever he promised to do. That doesn't mean crypto AltSeason is not going to come. AltSeason is going to come whether Trump does one thing or another. But you have to understand it's not based on memes or shitcoins. It's based on utility. So invest in utility-driven projects, right? Invest in them. Because there's a line, builders will win in the long term and meme coins or meme hodlers will win in the short term. But we will win in both terms because utility-driven projects will 10x or 100x anyway, right? Because this is a utility-driven bull run, not a meme coin based bull run or hype based bull run. That's all. So we are reaching a market maturation where investors from the past learned their mistakes, understood the speculative nature of crypto, and they are adopting long-term strategies, sustainable strategies, so they don't lose their funds. You understand? So forget about the meme coins. Look, people can play with meme coins. I'm not saying that, but sooner or later, all the meme coins, all the fund that they pour into meme coins is going to come back to utility-driven projects, whether you like it or not, right? So I am into utility-driven projects and I'm going to wait patiently evermore. Like I have heard the news introduced tariffs for the countries that trades with the US, major players. It affected the crypto market, I understood, but that doesn't matter. Like DeepSeek, right? DeepSeek affected the crypto market. So it doesn't matter. They thought that the world is over. It's like $1 trillion worth of capital went out of the market, like the Nasdaq stock market. So people will panic with the little information. Means like it's not little information. Like where did this DeepSeek came from? People are asking. They thought ChatGPT was the only thing. That's people's issue, right? Tomorrow something else will come. New disruptions will come. People will get panic and people will adjust. But we are not looking into that. We are looking into the individual projects and what can they do. Or we are looking at the market as a whole and we are asking that, is the market mature enough? Right now it's not. Look at the amount of money that's going into pumped out fund. Sooner or later, those funds will be relocated to the genuine projects. Right? It will. I'm not saying that meme-driven projects will not turn into utility-driven projects. It can. It can be meme-driven projects and also utility-driven projects. I'm not saying that, but ultimately every fund is going to utility-driven projects. And the other thing is that we have not seen Web3 yet. Means the ideals of the Web3 being satisfied yet. Like decentralization happening, community-centric models being developed. I haven't seen that. Still we are developing power pyramids and that has to change. And I have not seen that. Not yet. But it will happen. It will happen as the market matures. We will see community models being developed and implemented, executed soon. You understand? Means it shouldn't be about the individual or idealization of the individual. It should be about society-wide benefits. It should be about community as a whole. Like right now I'm not getting any genuine value back. So that's going to change. Like if you're entering a community, you will feel belonged. And I think that's what actually matters in Web3. If I were to enter in a community and if I were to contribute to the community, or if I were to enter into the community, I would feel belonged. Plus, I would also get the necessary fund to contribute to the community, right, in a meaningful way. But as of now, I have not seen that. In the future, it will happen. Web3 will realize itself. But now it's still Web 2.0, but with extension. It's an extension of Web 2.0. That's what I'm saying. In the future, it will change. I think there is more research going into Web3 than ever before. I think there is research going on. And I think we shouldn't focus too much on the individual and focus on broader community support and community as a whole, where each individual thrive, right? But when I look at the current system, I'm not seeing that. Like Elon Musk is not part of Web 3.0, he's part of Web 2.0 because he's part of the old system. But he has a significant influence right now. But I think that Elon Musk will have a huge influence on Web 3.0 because when Elon Musk falls, if he happens to fall, it will act as a precedent for many others. Like people will understand through first-hand experience that they don't want a billionaire to rule the world. I think the people in Web 2.0 will have a major influence on Web 3.0, means the top people like Elon Musk, Donald Trump and other people. And I have no issue with them, but I think they will have a major influence for the transition to a sustainable era. Right? It has to be a sustainable era because look, if the entire world, right, if Elon Musk or Donald Trump creates a precedent where people are not living great, means under their system, means they create an example. Suppose there is a community model being implemented somewhere and people living in that community or under that community model is living a great life. So they will eventually move to that community, right? So like that transition can happen, right? Look, each individual has to benefit. That's why they are in that system in the first place. If some individuals or few billionaires are only benefiting, they wouldn't. They wouldn't rely on that system. That's what's going to happen soon. Believe me. The failures of the Web 2.0, sudden failures of the Web 2.0 will push to Web 3.0. Then we will have lots of community models, community-centric models where people will live in their own communities. And it will be decentralized. It can be decentralized or it can't be decentralized, but anyway, societal wide benefits will be there. Each individual can contribute to the society, right, without being exploited, right? So that's going to drive Web 3.0 era. Like the notion of hard work will be criticized. I think there will be more emphasis on well-being, individual well-being, right? People don't have to work too hard, means like 12 hours or so. I don't think that's sustainable because people need 8 hours of sleep and muscle needs to develop. You can't go to the gym and expect that your muscles will be developed in a day or two. It will develop gradually and it needs time to recover, right? Means your body needs time to recover and repair the issues, and it's a gradual process. It needs time. No amount of hard work will do that. And the notion of hard work is that when we get used to something or when we love to do something, we don't say it's hard. When we don't love something, we say it's hard, right? Those who do what they don't love to do, they say it's hard. And at the initial stage of pain, it will be hard. Soon they'll get used to it. It's a notion, very subjective notion. That's all. Each individual have their own notion of hard work. Some individual will do something and they will say it will be hard. Another individual will do something else and they will say it will be hard. Some individual should do the exact thing and say it's not hard. CC. You understand? And the other thing is that if you want to protect your assets, you have to say you really worked hard, because you have to convince others that look at me, I worked really hard. Then they will think that, oh, it's not luck, it's just you worked really hard, that's why you got it. So I also need to work really hard. And you will exaggerate to the point that it will make other people feel that it's unattainable. That's the trick. So they will work really hard, but they won't get it. If it's effective work, okay, I understand. If you can get 10 hours of work done in 2 hours, okay, it's effective. 2 hours you can get it done. Yeah, I can understand that, but it's a hard work and all is very subjective. Don't believe in that. But I think in the new system, it's not about hard work, it's about well-being. Focus on will be on well-being. Right? You can't expect everyone to work the same as everyone else. Like a handicapped person might be in a disadvantage against someone with no handicap, right? In many manual labor. So you can't say that he should work hard or something like that. Or someone who is talented in a particular thing, like they can draw a very good picture. At least give the perception that they are a good painter. So if they can do that, many people will congratulate them and they will say that it's his hard work. But you have to understand the other person who doesn't have this talent will take long hours to get accepted because he doesn't have the talent and he might not be the same league as the guy with the talent. But he might be experiencing hard work, means stress, real stress. But he can't get the same position as the other guy in drawing stuff. Means he doesn't get the same quality. Quality means subjective, but he doesn't get the same appreciation, right, from others. It's subjective, so yeah. So don't forget about that. It's about how you contribute to society. It's about what you can bring to the table. What you can bring to the table. That's going to happen. So Web3 is not about building decentralized systems. It's about changing mindset too. Changing a mindset from individualism to collectivism, right? Like I don't know, like I don't care about ethics and all. You can keep your ethics. I am not delving into too much ethics. It's up to you. But anyway, that's the point. Collectivism means there should be a balance between individualism and collectivism. It's not like extremes. Moderation is the key to success. There should be moderation too. So what I'm saying is that we should look after our community members. At the same time, we should look after ourselves too. There's a balance there. Right now, what's happening is that like some people contribute and others take and don't give back. They just take and don't give back. And sooner or later, the system collapses, where a few people takes everything and those who contribute never gets anything also. And sooner they also stop giving and the system collapses and everybody started to look after themselves. And nobody cares about other people. They only care about themselves. That's what's happening right now in the system. This is what Web 2 is. So this system has to change. And if Web 3.0 needs to be realized, these things that I have said needs to be materialized. Right? Then only the vision of Web 3.0 will be complete. Otherwise it will become unsustainable and will be an end of humanity as a whole. And even the cryptocurrency market will not sustain because there is no circulation going on within the system. It's all about taking whatever is left and not giving back. So in the future, I think these models will be huge. And in the future, I don't know the future, nobody knows. And in the future, if these things happens, we could say Web 3.0 has begun. But as of now, I don't see Web 3.0. It's still the old extractive model. People are taking and not giving back. And people are taking at the expense of others, right? Not benefiting everyone in the society. So I think it will happen in the future. And whatever I am hearing, the pessimistic or the optimistic tone, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Either we make it or we don't. Simple as that. Either we move to a sustainable model or we are moving to a system that's going to inevitably collapse. It's going to be collapse and it will be end of humanity. The game over. Or we will move on to a sustainable model. Anyway. So that's it for today. And if you like this video, subscribe and hit the like button. Thank you. Have a nice day.